Hi, I'm Abel. I've been with the W Group for about 5+ years, right? And this is my 8-month-old baby, Leia. Right. Wow. So I think it's definitely been quite life-changing, right? With the baby, without as well, even through COVID. I was just speaking to my colleague just now, like asking me what's the best thing about being a parent. So I told her then it's actually the same answer as being the worst thing being a parent, where you just don't have time anymore. Right? Once the baby comes in, you just have so much lesser time. Right? But at the same time, because of that, you just learn to treasure, right, the time that you have, and then you just be as present as you can. Definitely the power of choice, right? The choice to control the time that we want to spend, right, in work and in life and in family. I think people call that flexibility, right? Meaning I don't have to report to work 9 to 5, right? If I need to be back home by 12, I can do that and to be with her. I think that's the greatest perk that we have as a financial consultant. I think it's definitely very phasal, but if anyone has that intention, as long as you can get through the first year or so, right, it's actually very beneficial. Right, what I mean is, yes, at the start it's going to be very difficult. Like people say you don't shit where you eat, right? Yeah, so it's going to be difficult, there will be conflicts, right? For us, it's even stronger because when she entered, I was 6 months in and I had to basically kind of coach her. Right, so husband coaching a wife is the worst idea ever. Yeah, so as long as you can tide through that, it's kind of a blessing because in our work, it's also quite difficult to understand in terms of the structure, right, when you're outside of it. Meaning like, if like for example, your partner can't stay at home for dinner, needs to be out during dinner time to meet clients, right, it's a little bit difficult to understand if you're not also part of that structure. Yeah, so I think both of us being self-employed in the sense help us understand each other in terms of what we require at work as well as what we require from each other as well. The culture of the W Group, I would like to think the culture originates from the idea of paying it forward. Right, this term "pay it forward", meaning whatever we enjoy now, right, in terms of bringing us to our success was because someone bothered to place those resources for us. Right, and because we are beneficiary of those resources, we will want to provide those exact environment or resources for generations to come. Right, so in that it will be how I describe the culture here. Like we are always looking for helping, right, the next generation. I think the biggest difference will be the leaders, right? Because of the culture of paying it forward, I think the leaders brief and talk that language, right? Meaning even when training newcomers, right? I'm talking about people who are starting from zero, they are definitely directly involved, right? I'm personally trained by my director Sui when I first started, right? So, and back then it's not like she's only 5 years in, she was already like 15 years in and she was still bothering to like be on the ground to train the new FCs. So I think that's the main difference, right? Leaders who walk the talk, right? And are always challenging the status quo to bring better resources for newcomers. To have faith, right? Because it is going to be indeed a leap of faith. For me, it was coming from an engineering background to financial consultancy, right? I knew nothing. So if I can be cliche, right, we'll provide the wings if you want to take this leap of faith, and we'll provide the springboard to bounce back if should you be faltering. Right, this was the same advice given to me when I entered. Right, my senior back then told me that if I'm ready to start, right, it's just a matter of when we say jump, I'd ask how high. I think the greatest aspect of that would be from my director Sui. She tries to find leaders who are as much as possible differing from each other in terms of their perspectives, right, their character, so that we can become as holistic as possible. Right, why is that important is because again, the FC life is very phasal. right? Different phase of your FC life, you require different things, you are prioritizing different things, and we need a leadership team that understands that, and it can be as holistic as possible when we are looking at how this team should be growing, moving forward year on year, right? I think that would mean that every time, right, when we are thinking about the team, right, we are looking at the various groups of people and how each of them would require like certain help from us. How I made an impact, I'm not sure if it's PDP. I think it will be one of my clients' conversation. So I first met him in, I think, 2019. Right, back then he has already worked for about 2 years. Right, he's same age as me, but because of his industry, right, his pay wasn't that great, and every month he was saving about $300 per month. But he wanted to get married and have a house going on already. So after our chat, I really encouraged him to do more, because I've always seen like peers around us that doing a lot better, right, in terms of the earning capacity, right. So I think just that simple idea or awareness, right, he really worked hard on himself, and then he doubled his cash flow 3 months later or something. I think that was like my greatest wow, this is an impact in the end, that's all. Talent is very difficult to be hidden because I naturally like to sing, right. I was used to call the phantom singer in hall because I like to just burst out into lyrics in my room, right. So it's hard to be a talent, but that's my affinity. Like I just enjoy the moment where I can express myself through songs. I think the greatest opportunity I've acquired through this career would be the network. Right, I've met countless of people that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet and to eventually learn from. Right, should I have continued my path as an engineer? Right, I've met people in the social service scene, in the political scene, in the IT scene, or even my leaders over here or my peers over here that I wouldn't have even dared to strike a conversation. And I think through all this network is where I really worked on myself, right, after seeing how different people strive towards their own individual goals and how I could also be doing mine. So for my own future, I think what I'm looking for most is this little kid over here, like really seeing her grow up, progressing with her through life. Fun fact, before she came in, I actually didn't want to have a child because I always had a fear that I will ruin someone's life if I become a parent. Yeah, but after she came out, then I realized that is like it's not even a valid thought anymore. Like I can't even have time to think about that anymore. I already have someone to take care of, and I think I look forward every day to see her grow, see her change, and see how I can be a part of that life. Right, career-wise, I think it will be the same for me and my clients. Right, as I start the conversation with them, they themselves have some things that they want to achieve, and then I just wish that every day I could find that resource, right, that can help them progress forward. Oh, you.